Alright, everyone, I hope you have not gotten your fill of cute animals because I'm told we have a game with a really, really adorable cat protagonist. And not only that, we have here soulmass218 to run it. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Hello, hello. I am soulmass218. I'm going to be playing Stray for you today. Any percent glitchless, plus the unlocked Pet the Robot's incentive. Thank you so much for donating to it. I call it Love Percent personally. It's a category of my own making. With me today, I have a couple of my lovely friends. Satan herself. Introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. My name is Satan herself. Satan isn't herself on some things, so I'm here mostly because I like cats, I like soul mass, and I have a functioning set of vocal cords.
And also Kasaki.
Yes, I am Kazaki. I am also here because I like cats and soul mass and have functioning vocal cords, so we're gonna have a good time.
Yes, we're just going to be vibing. So I hope you all are ready for some good vibes for this run. I'm going to go ahead and count us down. Three, two, one, go. So this is Stray.
Good
It
luck.
was released back in. Thank you. It was released back in 2022. It's hard to believe that it's been only 2.5 years. And this is a game about a cat that gets separated from its cat family in this post apocalyptic future where there's no humans. And the whole entire premise is the cat needs to get back to its family. So here at the beginning, we're just getting to know the world. This is the cat that we're going to be playing as. Zooming out now, it's this orange little kitty, so cute, and the rest of its cat family. We're going to play with them a little bit just to introduce some of the interactable options in the game. Like we interact with them with the triangle button. And they're going to play with each other. It's so cute.
Would you like a little start of run encouragement? We already had a donation come in for you specifically.
Yeah, sure.
Or rather, well, I don't know if it's for you specifically, but definitely for this run. It's from Delirium Pearl for $10 saying, Lux! Bear, Clementine, Momo, and I are so proud of everything you do for your communities. We all love you and watching you run Stray. Hashtag Speen!
Thank you, Delirium Pearl. That's my partner, and those are all of our
Aw,
pets.
Oh my gosh.
so sweet.
That's really lovely.
The whole
So I'm
family.
getting into a position here so I can lay down as quickly as possible. That was pretty good. And this is going to progress us to our first cutscene, which introduces the game proper, the first area. So here we're going to be presented with how beautiful it is on the outside, which is what the most of the game isn't going to be. We're going to be trapped inside of a dystopian, dark, nasty bunker for the rest of the game. So the quest is to get out of the bunker, back to this beautiful outside world, back to our cat friends. While we're waiting for this and for me to be able to take control, Fletcher, this is a good time for you to have a minute or so to say anything if you wanted
I
to.
would love to. I have many things to say. The first of which is that I love me a game that involves some optimal napping that's just like me in real life. We also had another donation come from our previous runner, Debonair VT, with thank you, Based Cloud, for getting me through the run. Here's my penance for dying to see you, plus a little extra. GG's and good luck to the rest of the runners. And that was for a clean $150 towards our bid war, which you yourself can also donate to. Help us decide whether we're using the Fusion suit or the Metroid Prime suit for the Metroid Prime randomizer that serves as the finale of this marathon.
Wow. Huge GGs for the world record on Kitsune Deals.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely
amazing.
incredible.
Yes, GG's.
For sure.
So I'm about to get control of the cat again finally here in a moment. This is inside the wall, or outside the wall, I can't remember what it's called. And it's essentially just a tutorial area, like at the beginning of most modern games. It's going to teach us the basics of being a cat, like running, jumping, meowing, scratching, all of that. Only things that we need to worry about are running, jumping, and meowing. The meowing part will make more sense later in the run. But for right now, we're just going to be doing some running and jumping.
I
In the
feel like the
glitch,
meowing isn't realistic because it's not a goblin screech like my orange cat does.
Right? Although the meows in this game are sampled from an actual cat.
Oh, really? Whoa.
Yes.
Well, I stand corrected.
One of the cats of the developers was sampled for the meows in the game.
Aw.
So, this is
That's the
basically
realism
just
we need. Damn.
basically just trying to route the tutorial areas as quickly as possible to get through here into the game proper. Here it's showing us we can hold X to chain jumps. We aren't really going to use that much in the run. Most of the run is just going to be precision jumping. You can see that I have a reticle on the screen. I do that because it's an accessibility option for me. It's hard for me to really tell what direction I'm pointing sometimes with the camera. So it's on because it helps me out. And it does help with the run because there's certain areas where if you're not pointing in the right orientation, the cat will jump places you don't want the cat to jump in a very cat-like fashion.
Sorry, did you say it's on because it helps me out?
Yes, it helps me out.
Yeah.
If you don't like animals in peril, you might want to look away right now. I'll tell you when it's safe to look back. The cat family just looking down like, hey, you okay down there?
As cats do.
Yes, we've taken a tumble down into this bunker. And this is where the rest of the game, as I said, is going to take place while we're trying to find our way out of here. Still not safe to look back just yet. I swear the kitty is feeling just fine. We just got to walk it off a little bit. Took a little bit of a rough tumble. All right, and you are safe to look back now. So this is going to go over to a cutscene introducing the first main area enemy of the game. There's two enemies in this game. There's the ones in the front half and the ones in the back half. The enemies in the front half of the game are these little creatures called Zerks. They're right now eating some trash. That's what they do, is they eat trash, and they've evolved to pretty much eat everything else because they are running out of trash at this point. After so much time has passed since humans stopped being here. The lore behind the Zerks is they actually used to be bacteria that was engineered to eat this trash. You learn this, just by exploring the game. But over the years, they've grown into these giant bacteria creatures that eat everything. And they look kind of like the head crabs from Half-Life. But you notice that door
They always reminded me of head crab.
Yes. You notice that door kind of opened on its own? Or maybe we're being guided by something? Question mark? We're going to find out about that pretty soon. But now we're finally running. This is the Dead City, Area 2. And here's where we really get into the platforming of the game. So in Glitchless, it's primarily about the cleanest movement you can do, the cleanest platforming is where you're going to save time. There are a few different tricks we are able to use, and I'll call them out in the run when we get to them. But for right here, we're just going through the area as quickly as possible, because we know where we need to go. Pretty much all of these areas are like very explorable, especially the larger ones when we get to them. But we're objective based in this run. So we're running straight to our objectives. We're going to grab this bucket, use it to stop this fan so we can get through, knock down a paint bucket, very cat-like, and then jump up down here to knock down another one and break a window. If I can get this in 2 pushes, which is RNG, that's very nice and saves time. Nope, 3 pushes. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, some follow me's on the screen, some arrows. So yes, we are being guided somewhere. Here's our first bucket. We're going to see some more buckets. We'll get to that later. And this is our first little sense that this may be more of a horror game. Surprise, you're playing a horror game.
I think it's fine.
It gets a little bit creepy, a little bit scary at ports, but it's ultimately not that bad. But here is our main introduction to the Zerks. They're going to start chasing us at this point through this segment. There's going to be a few different chase segments with these. The main goal is just to not get grabbed, because they will slow you down if they grab you. What I'm going to be doing is mashing the meow button, because that's the same button that is bound to shake the Zerks off of you if they happen to grab you. So that's one function of the meow button.
It's like a
Thank you,
sonic
Meow.
boom meow.
Yes.
Basically.
I will say that they used to be a lot harder to get off. You also have to like actually really mash this button to get them off of you. But they later added that you can just hit the button once as an accessibility thing. Definitely helps me out because all the mashing in this run is already pretty bad with the text boxes. So I appreciated that a lot.
Can I interest you in a donation to keep the Zerks away?
Yes.
You know what they say, a donation a day keeps the Zerks away? They say that. I say that, and I'm a they. We have $10 from Alicia in Chains saying, let's go Soulmass, or should I say Soulcat? Love you, bestie. Thank you for that donation.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Here, there's some precise platforming. Interactable objects. We're going to knock stuff over because we're a cat.
Speaking of knocking things over, we are getting devilishly close to knocking over our milestone for the Sonic Origins Amy Rose boss rush. We are under $200 from that milestone. That will be at 5,500. So if you've got donos, anything that comes in is going to go towards that. And you can even choose to put that money towards the bid war for selecting the Fusion suit or the Metroid Prime suit. Currently, I believe that we do have a bit of a lead on the one of the suits. We have the Fusion suit at a nice 150 ahead of the Metroid Prime suit. So if you're more of a Metroid Prime suit fan, really gotta get out, show your support.
And I want to see the that Amy run get met because I love Amy runs. Amy Rose is the best.
Yeah, I mean, cats, hedgehogs, they're basically the same, right?
Basically.
May as well throw foxes in while we're at it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we're finishing up now with the platforming in this section, which is going to lead us to the next very short area, which is going to be called the Flat. Actually, one of the hardest ones for the speed run because there's a lot of precision platforming and interactions with objects in here.
Yeah,
First, I'm
definitely the
gonna-
obligatory. This is way harder than it looks. Everything is super precise in this game.
Give me some H's in chat, please. All right, I'm going to focus on this room if
No
y'all
lie.
want to talk about what I'm doing here.
Okay, so first thing I just want to say is the fact that you can walk on the keyboard, one of my favorite parts of this entire game. I spent way too much time doing that. But basically we have to collect all these little power cells from around the room and hook them up to open a door. But it's a surprisingly difficult amount of precision platforming to get them all efficiently and quickly.
Please pick it up, please. Please, cat.
Case in point.
Cat. We love it. All right. And then I can actually jump on some stuff before the camera zooms in here. That's our first instance of being able to move during a cutscene. More on that later. But this is where we're going to meet our companion for the rest of the game. This is B12. B12 is the one who's been guiding us here to the flat so we could put B12 in this little robot body. B12 is going to hang out with us and be our translator because we're suddenly going to be able to speak with robots for the rest of the game. Don't worry about it. You ever seen a movie from the 80s called Batteries
Sometimes
Not
it's better
Included?
not to know
It
the
reminds
law.
me of that. I love this cutscene. Very cat-like.
Play
They're
this
really
game.
nailing that cat
There is
humor.
the batteries are included though.
Yes, in this game we have included the batteries. This is also where I begin mashing through text boxes, and I would say that's the main barrier for the run. If you're doing glitchless, is being able to mash through all these boxes. By the time you get through this hour-and-a-half long run, it does get a little bit tiring.
I thought I liked being in boxes. Why are we making them go away?
Oh, Cat's gonna definitely be in boxes later.
Look forward to that one, chat.
Okay, we're just gonna.
I also
Open-
always just really love the very accurate representation of what happens when you put any type of clothing on a cat.
Yes, exactly.
The attention to detail is pretty incredible.
Also, time for Speen. Hashtag Speen.
Bean.
Can we get spins in chat?
Yes, first of a few really long bucket rides, so all we can really do is spin, so I'm gonna spin. Alright. Now here B12 is going to collect this postcard off the wall. It's going to be a clue to this group of robots called the Outsiders, who are trying to get, you guessed it, outside of the bunker. We're going to be on our way to try and find them now. Thankfully, we are right next to where some of them live. It's time for more spin.
Bean.
I really hope the rest of this run contains at least as much Speen as what has happened so far.
There's going to be some more spin. But here we have entered the slums. This is where we finally get to meet the robots. So thank you again for donating for petting the robots, or like I said, I call it love percent. There's, I believe, 13 different robots in this game that you can interact with. As far as like nuzzling up against their legs, and one of them we can cuddle with. We're going to be doing all of those in this run because of your donations.
Love percent? Is that a custom category?
It is a custom category that
Oh,
that I made up, and I'm the only runner.
All the better. World record.
Exactly, free world record. And this is the first one we're going to snuggle with. This is the Guardian. Robots had never seen a cat before. They kind of think I look like a Zerk because I'm orange, I think. But Guardian is looking at me like, that's definitely not a Zerk. Thankfully, we have B12 with us to do some translating.
I just love that B12 can speak cat.
Yes, B12 could speak cat from the beginning. Don't worry about it.
If I copy my cat's meows back at him enough, will I also be able to gain this ability?
yeah. Let's go with yeah.
Sure.
So we're going to present that postcard to the Guardian here. He's going to tell us about Momo, who lives here in the slums. Momo is one of the outsiders, and we're going to go chat with Momo to progress the story. But first, Momo actually has a quest to collect some items. We're going to do that first before we talk to Momo because it's faster. But let's live on the Guardian. He loves it. Let's go. So I'm going to be routing around here to pick up 3 different notebooks and bring them back to Momo without meeting Momo first. So, yeah, if you have anything to chat about, any of y'all, while I'm doing this, feel free.
Well, I can certainly remind folks that we are only a couple hundred, in fact, under $200 away from that Sonic Origins Amy Rose Boss Rush milestone. And that is a milestone, not an incentive, so anything that you're putting towards this campaign will help us towards that. So please keep the donations coming. You can always put !donate in chat to get a link to our campaign.
Yeah,
Here
I
I'm
really
gonna be-
see that boss rush.
Yes,
So
me
close.
too. Here I'm jumping on very particular stacks of books there to unveil a safe that's on that shelf, which these keys go to. So we're gonna jump back down. Off the couch, please. Bad cat. Open the safe and collect the journal that's inside. These are 3 journals that belong to 3 of the other outsiders who are no longer here in the slums. As we're going to find when we actually go talk to Momo, Momo is quite depressed because he thinks all the other outsiders left him behind here. But the journals are going to reveal that they didn't actually leave Momo behind. They've just been looking for a way to get out this whole time. And here we're going to grab the last journal.
Oh.
It's inside of a stack of boxes right here. Hopefully it shows itself. There it is. Nice. Sometimes it'll get hidden underneath a box. And time to go see Momo.
It's a tough hiding spot. Does the game clue you into where that journal might be?
Nope. There's a lot of stuff you can actually find here. There's a few different quests to do here in the slums. So you just kind of have to explore it casually to know where to find things.
What I'm hearing is that you won't see nearly all of the game, and you should play it.
Absolutely. There's so much more game. I'm skipping so much game.
Yeah, no, really, please play this game. It's amazing.
As you can see, Momo is very sad. Momo thinks that they've been left behind here. But we're about to make Momo very happy. He's giving us the quest now to go grab the notebooks, which we already have, so let's turn those in.
You're a very advanced cat in that regard.
Yes, there's Psychic Cat. And he just gave us a transceiver so he can try and get into contact with the outsiders who are outside of this area. Of course, the cat is the one who needs to go on all the dangerous missions, so we're going on the rooftops to face some Zerks. But first, some speed.
Speed.
Okay, so I don't think I ever noticed this while playing the game, but there was a sign that was specifically no trumpets.
No trumpets.
No
I
trumpets.
did see that.
Like, I'm assuming they just need no loud noises, but they chose a trumpet for the image, so it's just no trumpets.
Oh, I definitely would have taken that literally.
These robots
Oh, for sure.
can't stand brass instruments, sorry. You got a violin, viola, you're fine. Brass, right out.
There's a
Right
lot
out.
of
It's too much.
fun graffiti hidden all over this game if you want to just... Again, part of the charm of this game is just exploring it as a cat, all the nooks and crannies of it. And there's stuff hidden everywhere to find. Here, there's a little puzzle normally where you try and trap some Zerks in that little cage right there with the 2 doors. We skip that entirely. We're just going to go straight over to this barrel, start moving, and when they're trying to come grab us, we're just going to run over them with the barrel. Zerks go squish.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's how I deal with bacteria. And then
you
down
roll?
there, that's how bacteria deals with everything down here in the world.
Oh my.
So here in this building is going to be very dangerous. There's a lot of Zerks. This is one of the really choke points of the run. I'm going to be doing a trick called Death Barrel coming up soon to save some time again, where there would normally be a spot where you would lure the Zerks away for safety and do it while they're not near you. Instead, I'm just going to jump right in the barrel and do everything with the Zerks attacking me the whole time.
Oh, is now a good time for me to cut in with some awesome news?
Yes.
We have a $500 anonymous donation with the comment, more event get, which means we are well over what we need for that Sonic Origins Amy Rose boss rush. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, everyone who has been helping us get to our goals in this event so far. We just got more Fireside Pride, so please buckle in. Look forward to that coming a little bit further down the line.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Thank you
goodness.
so much.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Wow. Well, we will be seeing that Amy Rose boss rush. That's so exciting.
So, yeah, I just finished doing Death Barrel safely, so that's happy. We didn't get stuck there and have to reset. Thankfully, we do have checkpoints that are auto throughout the run. You see the little cat that pops up in the bottom left. That's when we get an auto save for a checkpoint. Right here with this elevator that's lowering, it's just kind of an on-rail segment while we wait for that elevator to come down to us. So this is actually a good spot, Fletcher, if you had something to say for a minute or so.
Yeah, I just want to remind folks that if you want to keep an eye on all the things that we here at Fireside Pride are doing, you can always check out our socials. We're on Blue Sky, we're on Mastodon, we're on Discord, we're all over the place. Exclamation point social in chat will get you that link. And also a reminder that this year we are benefiting Point of Pride, which is an awesome 501c3 organization that is trans-led and helps provide a ton of access to gender-affirming health and wellness programs to folks throughout every single one of the 50 states in this United States.
This is also where I take a nice big sip of my water, so everybody out there, remember to stay hydrated.
Thank you, Hydrant. I'm going to take a sip of my tea as well.
I think you want me to do that while I'm commentating? Just glug, 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 glug.
Yes, please. We want hot mics, very audible mouth sounds from drinking beverages. That is always the goal here at Power Up with Pride.
Good to know.
I think I'm misunderstanding the point of the event.
Someone clearly did not read the handbook. I have it right here in front of me. Let me read it to you as I slurp this tea as audibly as possible.
So here we're waiting for this cutscene with the 18 lights on the tower to light up. We just placed the transceiver on this tower and powered it up so that Momo can get a signal to the outside. So we're gonna head back and chat with Momo now. But first we have to have a little chat with B12 here that of course I'm gonna mash through. So if you're interested in the story of the game, you're not gonna see much of it again. Please play this game. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah, just from what I've already seen,
Transceiver?
I am so convinced.
Yeah.
We are about to jump in this bucket so you know what time it is.
I don't know. Can you remind me?
Time to speed.
Speed.
Man.
Now, with the caveat that we are really always open for donations, we're especially open for your Speen-themed donations. So if you have anything that you really want to tell us the way that maybe you speen, your favorite animal to have speen, great time to get in a dono and let us know.
Yes, Speen Donos, and I want to see that bid war get competitive. We've got our cat here with the little, our little, you know, sort of mech suit-ish style thing that it's got on. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the Metroid Prime suit. Kind of want to see maybe some of those Speen donations go there.
That would be pretty nice. I think that we would all love to see the Metroid Prime suit have a fighting chance. Just like we want this cat to have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Yes. Cat, no. Don't go there. I want you to go down. Thank you. Alright, so Momo's here, meeting us at the bar. He's got this good old CRT monitor set up. We're gonna get in contact with the outside now.
The hero is expecting some Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yes, I need somebody to edit in just something here on Momo's monitor. Anything but this, it would be hilarious. But here we are getting contact with somebody on side, one of the outsiders named Balthazar, telling us that there is a way to get out of the slums and get past all the Zerks if we can get the secret invention that was worked on by another outsider who is named Doc. That robot who just walked away from the bar is Doc's son Seamus, who thinks that Doc has, abandoned him. We need to prove to Seamus that Doc is actually still alive and did not abandon him. I'm going to stay near Momo for a sec here, just so he keeps walking. Alright, and then now we're going to jump up here. You may have noticed that there were some robots throwing paint cans up here earlier. We're going to go visit them right now.
Nothing will go wrong.
You can see that meow pop on the screen, so something's going to happen.
This game really is about being a cat. There's just so much cat-themed chaos that's completely in character.
Yes, all we do is just cat chaos and fetch quests. So we needed that door to be open to the laundromat because there is an item inside that we need to grab for trading, which is part of the fetch questing in this part of the area. Come on, Momo. Come on, Momo. I know you can do it. All right, let's go. You might have also noticed me pulling out B12, the flashlight, throughout the run. Because whenever we actually talk with one of the NPCs and B12 comes out of the backpack, it's a little bit slower for B12 to come out of the backpack and initiate the conversation. So if we already have B12 out as the flashlight, it's just the tiniest of time saves throughout the run. It's time to go show Seamus that his dad is actually still alive. And there's a secret laboratory in here.
Do these robots have a habit of secret labs? I feel like we've had at least 2 secret labs.
Yes, 2 secret labs. There was the first one with B12 and now the second one for Doc.
Wow, cats, secret labs. Does this game have everything?
Also, you'll notice Seamus is wearing like this bucket hat and this orange like vest thing. And we're on our way to go meet up with a character named Doc. I wonder if this is a reference to anything.
I don't know.
Again, the people who
Maybe
developed
we'll
this,
figure it out in the future.
they definitely love their Steven Spielberg adjacent 80s references. That's all I'll say. So let's go ahead and jump in here and grab this detergent. And we're going to head over to the merchant, who we don't, talk to other than this point in the run. He has a lot to do with other stuff in this area, but... Oh, I didn't make the basket. Oh, well. It's hard to do that on the run. Going for swag. We needed to trade that for some wiring, which we're going to take over here to another robot named Grandma. Hey, Grandma's going to knit it into a little parka for us. But first, we're going to love on Grandma.
And a reminder that it was your donations that helped us cuddle all these robots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really important part of any Stray speedrun. Really any game, usually you pet the cat, right? We're a cat, so we need to turn it on its head and we need to pet something else.
Exactly.
I feel like that's also petting a cat by kind of like the reverse notion, though.
That's a good point. No, you're totally right.
All right.
But yeah,
so,
I do think top level speedrunners should always do this. Regardless.
So we already knew ahead of time that that robot there is a little chilly and needs the parka to stay warm. So we got the parka for him. And for
Wait,
doing
the robot is chilly?
Yes.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. For doing that, he fixed this radio for us that we found inside the secret lab. So we brought it back to Seamus, and now Seamus is going to try and get in contact with Doc and find a distress signal. And of course, what are we going to do? Send the cat into the dangerous area to find Doc.
I was fully expecting the answer to that question to be, what do we what do we send the cat to do? Meow. I was like, oh well, we can meow, right?
Oh, we can
Meow.
meow. Meow. I'm also gonna do something that's really gonna annoy this this guy trying to clean up this mess over here. Leave some paw prints of paint all around.
That's adorable.
Also, bucket. All right, I do need to stay close to Seamus here, otherwise Seamus will stop walking. Once Seamus gets in these steps, I'm gonna run up there, and we got a couple more robots to cuddle with. All right, we should be good. Let's get this one.
Okay, so another reason that all of you should play this game, though, it won't come up in the run, but you can also get a bag stuck on the cat's head. It's
Oh
very
yes.
funny.
I skipped that because unfortunately, if I have it stuck in my head, I can't go love on those robots. It wastes some time. But you can get a bag
So
stuck
like I
on your
said,
head.
some more reason for you to play it.
This place looks safe, right? Let's just send the cat in. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It does raise the question, if they don't know what a cat is, I wonder if they have any conception of what is or isn't safe for a cat to deal with.
Okay, that's fair. Here, Seamus is going to give us our Outsiders pin. We are now a unofficial official member of the Outsiders. We need that pin so that Doc
We better
knows
stay
that,
gold.
Doc knows that he can trust us when we arrive. And welcome to Dead End. This is another little segment where I'm going to be running, so Fletcher, if you got anything you want to say, you got a minute here.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I wanted to remind folks that we have a bid war open for our Metroid Prime randomizer that is coming at the end of the, not the run, sorry, of the marathon in a scant 2 hours. And we have a bid war for whether we should be wearing the Fusion suit or the Metroid Prime suit. The Metroid Prime suit is a little behind, and I think you could use your love. So if you need an excuse to donate, that is as good an excuse as any. As well as another great excuse is the fact that we're supporting Points of Pride, who themselves support a bunch of queer folks all throughout all 50 of the United States with awesome support programs like their HRT Access Fund, which is a scholarship-like program that provides 12 months of free medical care for trans folks seeking gender-affirming hormone replacement therapy, also known as HRT, to its friends. Through the telehealth partners. So you can help support that and any number of the other awesome Point of Pride programs if you donate to this marathon.
Here's another moment where there is going to be some mild peril for the cat, so you might want to look away if you don't like that. I'll tell you when it's safe to look back.
Great time to instead look at that exclamation point donate link.
Yes. And we just gotta walk this off. It's safe to look back. Thank you so much. And here we just got a little bit more platforming before we run into Doc. Here I'm gonna like point my reticle straight up because sometimes the cat likes to jump back down here. It's real annoying. We're good though. And Doc is stuck in this building over here, surrounded by Zerks. It's time to save Doc. He's got some Zerks up in a cage here. I wonder what that's about. What's up, Doc? So, Doc is definitely based on Doc Brown from Back to the Future. He's even going to drop the 1.21 gigawatts line right here. He needs it to power this device called the Defluxor, which is capable of killing the Zerks. Ultimately, it's just a big ultraviolet flashlight, which ultraviolet kills bacteria. So best of luck, he says, as he sends us to our doom. We're going to go power on the generator so he can get his 1.21 gigawatts of electricity to power on the defluxor. And then we're going to be surrounded by Zerks real quick. There's two different paths you can take. You can go to the right side of the building, which is a little safer, or the left side, which is a little faster. Obviously, we're going to go the faster side.
I gotta say, when you say Zerks, sometimes I think Zurg, like from Toy Story. I love little action figures to be chasing you.
Yes. Or Zergs from StarCraft.
That's where my mind keeps going.
That used to be a lot more dangerous back before it was just the one button press to shake them off of you. Because they just jump on you and you can't mash fast enough before they game over you. So thankfully with that feature added in, it does make some of the strats a little bit easier to pull off. So we're all good. For some reason, he thought it would be a good idea to install the defluxor on B12. So now B12 has our defluxor, and it zaps the Zerks. You'll notice there's a little meter next to it. So if we use it too much, it'll short out B12, and you can see it draining. It won't work until that meter drains all the way. So it's kind of like the stamina meter in a Dark Souls game. So welcome to Cat Souls.
Cat Souls.
I think we had some donos from a few cat souls, not the dangerous kind, like the kind, if you would like those now.
Go for it. I'm just going to manipulate the AI of this Doc here as he walks across the bridge, so go for it.
Sounds good. We have one from Lachiel's Shroud saying, "Good luck, Lux, for Clementine, for Momo, for Bear, and for all the pets of Band Chat. You will do great. Love you, friend." Thank you for that $10 dono. We also have $7.63, which I think rounds out us to a nice square number, from That Windless saying, "Meow, meow, 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 oh, wait, let me translate that. Trans rights are human rights. Can I have pets?"
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Thank you so much for the donation, Brett. I really appreciate it. All right, so here this is going to be pretty dangerous even in this. I'm going to be doing a strategy where I run outside of this door as it opens. It's not the intended way to do this.
Really
But
cool.
it's
It's
a
one of
faster
my
run.
favorite parts of the run.
So I'm going to run out here and let Doc run in there. This keeps the Zerks out here. And now I'm going to run inside. If it'll let me. Oh no, I got solid block. Hold on.
Brutal.
They jumped on me and slowed me down. That's fine, we'll just do it again.
More cats.
We do it again, run that back.
Also, I saw in chat trans rights or retrans bites, and I am so in favor of this.
Yeah, I'm very on board.
Okay. Alright. This time I'll be sure to mash the meow button a little bit better.
Can we help out with some meows in chat?
There we go. Oh, how did this one get... It just snuck in. What? Alright, it's fine.
That one just wanted to come along for the ride.
And then
It's
now
also a
that
cat fan. I can't blame it.
now that Doc is safe from the Zerks, we're just gonna take a leisurely stroll back to the slums. I'm gonna be waiting for Doc to open some doors. How are y'all doing over there, Kasaki? Satan, you liking the run so far?
Oh, it's fabulous.
What do you think my answer is gonna be? It's great, of course.
Here, I like to play with the physics of these boxes while I wait for Doc.
It's so cute. I mean, you're doing fast speedrunning. There's cat. There's robots. There's cool tricks.
Also, I can run into this door. Don't worry about it. All right, this is my favorite cutscene in the game. This is the reunion of Doc with Seamus. It's a beautiful little moment.
That's really cute.
So sweet.
Now here we're gonna zoom out, and we're gonna get some pets for the cat. The cat is getting pets. This is great.
Hooray!
But we're gonna run away.
Less hooray!
Guardian wants to talk to us, but we don't want to talk to Guardian. And that door just kind of pops open. We're on our way to the obligatory sewer level of the game, where Momo is waiting to guide us through to the sewers. And this is the kind of halfway point in the run where it actually is a good time. You have like a minute to just get up, stretch, take a bio break, take your medications if you need to, do what you got to do if you're out there. Take care
Hydrate
of
loudly
yourselves.
into your microphone.
There's going to be like a short moment where I have to get off the raft and do some stuff to get the raft moving again. So this is like 2 minutes of just straight, not much going on. So Fletcher, this is another good time for whatever you need to talk about.
Yeah, you got it. I've spent a bunch of time talking about Point of Pride and all the awesome programs that they have. They serve tens of thousands of people all across the U.S. With that access to gender-affirming care and wellness services. If you yourself are interested in applying for one of their programs, or you want to get involved as a donor or a volunteer outside of this event, you can check them out at pointofpride.org. And a reminder, just for those of us with some crappy memory like myself, you're watching Fireside Pride 2024, which we've been doing all weekend long, about 16 hours each day, which, let me tell you, a lot of speedrunning and a lot of awesome charity raising for a great cause. Coming up after Stray, we also have, we're keeping the animals going. Apparently the theme is just more and more animals because we have Diddy Kong Racing coming up, a 100% randomizer run with Lord Fluffy. That is going to be a ton of fun. Look forward to that. And shortly thereafter, you'll have The Adventure of Rika, The Cursed Kingdom Any Percent from Vanny Van. Tons of cool games, and then thank you again for helping us get that Sonic Origins unlocked, because after the regular Sonic Origins run, we now will also have a Boss Rush Day Heroes.
Like I said, we decided to jump off the raft just to open up this door here real quick. We did that so quickly that the raft wasn't even here yet, so we did that optimally. And we just have another ride here until we get to the next part, where unfortunately we are going to part ways with Momo. So this is our last chance to talk to Momo. He's never been this far outside the Shire before.
Does he say that each time you talk to him, he's just getting further and further, so he keeps repeating it?
If he does one more paddle, this is the farthest he's ever been.
This is some random cursed knowledge, but I did recently hear that there's a cut of Lord of the Rings where every step that he takes outside of the Shire again, it just replays that same. This is the furthest I've been from the Shire, so it's like a 9 hour long cut of the one movie.
Yes, I will say I have attempted to watch
this.
that. I've attempted to watch
no.
that, and it gets real tiring once that starts. Not recommended, but it is
I
funny.
need this in my life.
I love beams, but it gets a little old.
Also, to the question in chat, yes, I did say Diddy Kong Racing Randomizer 100% run. I also don't understand what that means, so I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Yeah, that sounds exceptional. I'm gonna have to watch that. But again, here we're gonna part ways, Momo. This is one of those types of doors where we need Hodor to keep the door open for us so we can get through. hold the door. All right, so
Man,
this
so many
is
games have this kind of door.
exactly. Momo sent us on our way. We are now going to go meet up with Balthazar. But first we have to survive the sewers. For a long time, I was the only person who had, like, the IL world record for this because nobody wanted to run this IL. It's just kind of a miserable IL to do. Eventually did get taken, but I just found that kind of funny because I wasn't even that optimal with my route. I just happened to submit the IL and nobody else wanted to do it. I did come up with some of the routing though, like I found this little jump here and just little optimizations here and there. When the game first came out, I was among the first people who was routing the run for glitchless. So it's been quite a journey over the past 2.5 years of this game.
What are the kinds of things that change between glitched and glitchless?
Glitch is completely different run. There is so much broken stuff in this game you can do. Essentially skipping entire portions of the game to where the glitched run, you don't even see entire segments of the game. Like the slums, you can skip all the way to Slums Part 2 from Slums Part 1, stuff like that.
That sounds cool too. It sounds like to me, maybe people should check out the speed game.
Yes, check out the speed game. The run is extremely technical. My hat's off to people who run that. I generally like to run glitchless games, just because it's just my preference. But nothing against the glitch category, because it is quite the run to watch. Here, this part, again, used to be very dangerous before we had single button press for knocking off the Zerks. As you can see, it's not too bad now. We have to interact with both these doors to open the big, or both these consoles, I should say, to open the big door, while we're getting swarmed by Zerks. And then coming up here, this is the final time we are going to see any Zerks at all with this big old reveal cutscene. I don't know if it's a reveal, but
Same.
it's pretty cool. I like to see it, you might say. We are all watching it right now.
Oh dear.
I feel uncomfortable.
The Zerks are showing up now. B12 is going to do a job with the Defluxor to try and save us. But B12's using the Defluxor for a very long time, and we know what happens. Now it's our turn to save B12. So we got just a quick running segment here. I am going to be mashing the heck out of this meow button, because if I get grabbed at all in this part, it's not only slows you down, but you are very likely to get bogged down with so many Zerks that it will make you restart the segment. Thankfully, we made it through there, so now it's not quite as dangerous. It's just a matter of getting to the end of this short little segment. I love the music here as well. The soundtrack for the game in general is just fantastic.
Yeah, we were sleeping before we went live. There's little places you can sleep in this game, and that music is some of the best, just like chill video game music I've ever heard.
Yeah, there's spots in here, like the game and all the areas where you can just kind of just lay down and sleep, just take a napping nap, and yeah, it plays just some exclusive music that you won't hear otherwise. It's quite the vibe. I love it. All right, B12 is saved. That is the last that we'll see of the Zerks. We are on our way out of the sewers into the shortest area of the game. It's actually quite short. It's called Ant Village, and this is where we're going to meet up with Balthazar. Probably my second favorite area of the game for how it's designed. It's just a beautiful little spot. Definitely my favorite spot to take a nap in, like we were just talking about. Now there's going to be some deep story stuff going on with B12 in this portion. I'm going to be mashing through it, so you don't really get to see it. Again, play the game yourself. It's got a great story. I'm not going to spoil it.
This is also an area of the game where it's very easy to jump the wrong direction. Whether you're speedrunning or casually, the cat goes where the cat wants in this village.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can jump on here. Here I'm going to purposely jump on the game because I love jumping and interrupting the game. Cat things. It's not the fastest route to get up here. It's just my favorite route. And here is Balthazar. As we can see, Balthazar is kind of hooked up to this networked into all of these computers. When I was actually routing this category, I did not realize that Balthazar was one of the ones that you could love on. But it's the best one because you get all those hearts.
Aww.
Somebody in the community, when they watched my first video of it, were like, "You forgot Balthazar." I was like, "Wait, what?" So yeah, just like that, we got the note that we need to give to the final outsider, Clementine, and we are already out of Ant Village. Like I said, blink and you miss it. This is the shortest area in the game for the speedrun.
Would you like a short dono to match that short level?
Go for it.
We've got one from Rambunctious Rainbow, which is my new favorite phrase for the day, for $14 saying, "Yay, Lux!" Also, bread is hot. Thank you, Rainbow.
Thank you so much.
Also, what is our cuddle count currently at? Just out of curiosity.
I think we're about halfway there. Most of them are about to come up right in this area, which is the one that you see in a lot of trailers for the game. This is the biggest area, Midtown. It's kind of this big cyberpunk, glowy-looking, neon-soaked area. There's going to be a lot of robots that we're going to love on here. And it actually changes the routing of this area from the normal any % routing because I need to spend time loving on robots instead of doing other things. So the first one's going to be right up here on the right. Tucked away in here. And welcome to Midtown.
Now, some general advice. If you find yourself in Midtown Manhattan, please don't randomly cuddle strangers. It will not go as well as it does here.
Yes, if you run up to somebody just standing there like that and just cuddle against their leg, I don't think they're gonna like it very much.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well.
You're gonna notice there's these people down here. They're not too happy about the security cameras. We're gonna take care of those security cameras now. It's part of the quest to get an item from them that we need. Normally in any %, you would take care of these at a different portion of the run. That's coming up right after this. But since we're doing this love %, I need to do it now because we're going to be loving on robots during that portion instead. Again, just different routing on the fly because we want to love on the robots. And here, we're meeting up with the last of the outsiders and my favorite, Clementine. So Clementine's kind of got this resistance fighter aesthetic to her. We're doing that for later. We're going to come back here. And Clementine's going to send us on a journey to grab a battery that's going to power on that subway that we saw at the beginning of this area. Because we need to ride that subway to get out of here. And get out of the bunker entirely. So we're getting near the end of the game. But not quite. Some stuff's gonna go down first. So we got this cassette tape from the people down there who wanna dance. They're gonna start dancing because I took care of those security cameras for them. And time to wake up the sleeping worker bot. Once we wake this guy up, he starts on his cycle where he starts walking to work. Normal any %, this is where you go knock down the security cameras. Instead, I'm going to go love on some robots first. Let's snuggle with the cowboy. Beautiful. We're going to love on these two. The police spot, we can do it, but he doesn't like it too much. He's not too sure about it. And now we're going to use that cassette to get an item that we need in here to sneak into the factory, which is a worker vest.
I like to imagine it's a worker vest for you, the cat.
Yeah, I was going to say it's definitely the worker vest for us, right? Now, if you look in the box, I'm spinning. Spin!
And
Bean!
Heard about it before.
Also, they definitely did not see me jump in the box somehow. So I need him to carry
I
me in
mean,
here.
if I see a cat jump in the box, I just assume that's wrong.
Unless if I don't jump in that box, the guy by the door kicks me away from the door, so I can't get in. I need that worker hat over there to complete the disguise to get into the factory. Unfortunately, the cat's not the one wearing the disguise. We're going to go meet up with Clementine's contact. His name is Blazer. He's hanging out right over here. And he's going to wear a disguise and take us into the factory. I'm going to position myself a certain way so I can interact with this box. Now I'm going to jump in the box during this cutscene, so I'm already in the box. And now I'm in here earlier than I'm supposed to be. Watch the box. That's completely normal, right?
I love it.
Cats and boxes always have weird interactions, so it looks normal to me.
So yeah, if you jump in that box earlier than he tells you to before that cutscene trigger, yeah, it just kind of glitches out for some reason when he picks up the box. I love it. Here's where we meet the enemies for the second half of the game, which are the Sentinels. They are much more dangerous than the Zerks. This is going to be mostly stealth areas that we're going through for the rest of the game. If they see us, they are going to shoot at us with electrical bolts, which will shock us and send us back to checkpoint. We don't want to get shot by the electric bolts. Unfortunately, we are going to get seen by some of them, so I am going to have to do some jukes. Aw, he still got me. It can be hard to get past them. Another cool accessibility option to talk about is in the options you can, and I have it enabled, you can turn off so you don't actually see the animations for getting hit by the electric bolts or being like chomped on by the Zerks. So that's very nice for the people who don't want to see that kind of stuff. But we are through. And the rest of these, they aren't really that dangerous. You can kind of just run past them because they're not ever going to catch up to you. Normally what you would do is you would use these boxes, the shadows that they cast, and hide behind them casually. But speed running through, we can just run right on through. What I'm going to do is a well-placed meow right here. That should hopefully keep both of them back there so that they don't follow me. Looks like one of them might be following me. Please don't see me. I'm going to be safe and let him do his thing, actually. It's better than him seeing me. Come on, you saw nothing?
This is like real cats. They hide from you. They don't want to
Yes.
see you.
Okay, and he went away. Good. So we're going to use these bots to get on these pressure plates for this little sort of puzzle.
I love the lever animation with the cat. It feels so weighty. Plunk.
And now once we get over here, it's going to lower the battery so that we can grab the battery. I promise you that the game's frame rates just drop in the game. It's not your stream when I grab the battery, so don't worry about that. For some reason, grabbing the battery just makes the frames drop no matter what version of the game you're playing on.
Because you took the battery out, too.
Last bucket, so everybody spin one more time.
Bean!
Spin!
And it's time to go back to Clementine's apartment. Unfortunately, it's a lot more dangerous. Again, like I said, the rest of the game kind of hostile. We're gonna find that Clementine is no longer there. You can see the cops have gotten onto her, so she's no longer in the apartment. I'm gonna do some very specific routing here so I don't get shot by any of the sentinels. I'm gonna meow right here. All of that is just to make sure the meowing early is to get some of the sentinels to look a different way so they don't see me jump into the building. Otherwise, they're going to be waiting for me when I go on my way out, and I don't want that. Clementine left some clues here, though, as to where she's actually hidden. So we got to pick up all the clues, because even though we know where she is, the game wants us to know where she is. Here's the hardest jump to trigger in the game. Got it. All right, time to go to the
The
nightclub.
confidence they have in this cat.
Right? Oh, I don't like that. This will be fine. If I do this, there. Okay, that's a safety strat. If you ever get seen, you can just kind of stand there up against there and wait till they don't see you anymore. It wastes a little bit of time, but it keeps you from getting shot at. Now, these are unfortunately going to be the last snuggles in the game. Again, thank you so much for donating for Pet the Robots. Going to snuggle up against one of the dancers. And then the final one is going to be here in the nightclub. Because robots have nightclubs, I guess.
I like hearing what kind of music that robots apparently like at their nightclubs.
Also, we need to pick up the strange drink while Alex, the robot who let us in, is going where he needs to go. We're going to hand that to this one over here, exchange it for this lever. Alex is going to sit down. There's our last love. Thumbs up. We completed love percent.
Love percent. Woo!
All right, so gonna interrupt the Daft Punk show real quick. And we're gonna go up here into the rafters, which will complete Midtown. So say goodbye to Midtown.
Bye, Midtown.
Down. You were a great town.
This is an instance where I'm actually going to be moving during a cutscene, even though you can't see me moving. So I'm off camera right now, but I am doing the movement on the rafters before it zooms back out to me.
One of the coolest parts of the run for sure is all this cutscene stuff.
And here it's revealed that Clementine's been captured, was ratted out by Blazer. Untrustworthy. So we are going directly to jail.
You're not passcode.
Do they have cat jail? Is it just like a crate?
I mean, I guess it would used to be human jail, but now it's robot jail.
Oh, got you. I was thinking maybe like crate ride to the vet or whatever.
If only. I am going to reload checkpoint here. It's a little bit faster than starting this portion here. You saw I was in a cage. This part, you need to rock the cage back and forth to get out of it. But if you reset checkpoint, you can actually start rocking before you can see. It's just a little bit faster.
There's a lot of
And
cat ingenuity that we're seeing from this creature.
yes, this is the area where it's the silliest with how intelligent this animal is. Which you'll see in just a moment. Once we get to Clementine, it gets quite ridiculous. There is going to be a sentinel up here at these stairs, which looks very dangerous. Will chase after us. Like 1 in 20 runs will shoot at us. Normally doesn't though, so hopefully this isn't one of those 1 in 20 runs. Nah, we're good. And here's Clementine. Now, the rest of the jail is like the most dangerous area of the game. This is where your run really goes to end. There's multiple parts here that are just terrible. We're coming up on a part right after this. It's on a global cycle that started as soon as we entered this area. So it's going to be different every time you approach it, depending on, you know, how long it took you to get there. And you kind of have to just react on the fly.
Oh my gosh, wanted to jump in again for a moment. We have another large anonymous donation. Thank you to whomever out there just donated $200 to Point of Pride.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank goodness. Wow.
Y'all, this is absolutely
amazing.
incredible. And if my math's correct, that puts us at over $6,000 for this year's Fireside Pride.
Ooh.
Now
The
it's
cats
time
really
for
do
hype
bring in the donos.
chat. They do. Cats do. Foxes do. Again, we just need the cute creatures.
I love it so much. Thank you all so much for your generous donations. Going to such a great cause. Here, I am hanging back so that Clementine's going to do a specific movement over toward this door. Otherwise, Clementine is going to want to walk over to like that banister and like look over and say stuff, and that wastes time. If we manipulate the AI in a certain way, she'll walk straight to this door over here to progress to the cutscene. Here's where Intelligent Cat gets ridiculous. Cat's gonna wander over here and notice my friend B12 that's not on my back anymore. There's B12 down there in the prison. Hey Clementine, you should come over here and we should help B12 escape, right? The cat's got a plan. So as if Clementine can understand the cat, I guess the cat's gonna explain the plan.
My headcanon remains that these folks, they haven't encountered a cat, so there's like, yeah, this thing's probably intelligent, right?
I mean, Clementine was nodding, so she definitely understood what we were talking about.
That's true.
All right, now down here is the dangerous portion I was talking about. This is our Metal Gear Solid segment where we're supposed to be doing a lot of stealth, but we still want to go very quickly because we're speedrunning. So that's going to put us in some dangerous situations if we aren't very careful. So I'll try to do this as carefully as possible, but I'm also going to be trying to do as quickly as possible. Again, I have no idea what awaits me as I get up here. I'm just going to react to what I see. There's going to be some lasers in this hallway that aren't very nice to deal with. If I touch any of them, they alert all of the sentinels and I get shot at. Okay, I need to jump up. And that one's going to look away. Perfect. Need to wait. All right. Ooh, I can jump up on this AC. That's the almost. We're going to take it safe again. And I'm going to wait for this to look away. And now this is an instance of the best cutscene movement in the game. I'm going to be skipping the entire stealth segment here, moving through this cutscene to jump up on this pedestal and just grab B12. No
That's
stealth
so
for
good.
us.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
Doesn't matter if that one saw us because he's not going to end up shooting at us. And we've retrieved B12, yay!
Hooray!
Only to get to the most dangerous part of the game, which is right after this. The jail is just stacked with danger. We got our cool
Also,
backpack
I'm
back.
looking at our timer, and I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the run, right?
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Okay, I do want to jump up here quick and knock over these bricks so that Clementine will come over and see them quickly. If we don't do it right away, Clementine kind of wanders around, so we want to make sure we do it right away. I am going to line up a particular portion of the floor here. I think that's right. It's close enough, I think. I'm going for a swag strat here. We'll see if it works. Clementine breaks the window. Now we got, normally you wait for Clementine to kneel down. I'm going to jump straight to Clementine's head into the window. Swag.
Good.
All right, here, these two portions right here is really bad. This is terrible. So it's very possible I'll take a reset here. I want to alert this one. Come over this way. Okay, he's locked in there. Now, we're going to apply that same thing, locking the sentinel inside of the jail cell over in this next segment, but we have 2 sentinels and 2 doors. One of them is on a cycling pattern where it's patrolling from looking at us over here and looking at that door over there. It's better if it's looking at the door, so this is actually a very good pattern I'm on if Clementine hurries up. I might end up in the middle of the pattern, actually, which isn't great. Yeah, I think I'm going to be in the middle of the pattern. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, it's fine.
Nice.
So yeah, see, you saw as I was
Nice.
running, as I was running in there, I triggered this door to close. So B12 was working on that as they chased me in, and I was just praying that I didn't get shot, and it worked out. We've got one more flashy trick for the run coming up. This is the last part of jail to escape. This will be early van. There's a segment here where we're going to open that door and Clementine's going to drive a van out the door to escape. Normally you would have to chase the van down the tunnel while you're being shot at by sentinels. But if you can get to the van fast enough as the van's driving away, you actually have a short moment where you're able to jump on the back and it'll automatically trigger the cutscene so you don't have to run down the hallway. So I'm going to go for it. It's very tight to get it, but hopefully we'll get that strat.
Yeah, super cool trick. I'm very much hoping for you here.
Last flashy strat. Let's go for it. If I don't get it, I normally get shot, so we might get a second chance at it. Again, you have to do this very quickly or it doesn't happen. No, I think I was just out of range. I'm gonna weave. Oh, I didn't get a shot. Nice. Well, I'll just chase the van. That's okay. We didn't get early van. But that's just how it is. It only saves like 10 seconds anyway.
You're just to go watch Soulmass and see all the other amazing things they do, and maybe runs where they do get van skip. I don't know. Maybe you have to follow Soulmass. Satan commands it. Ooh.
Thanks, Satan.
I mean, I definitely got early van in my PB, so if you want to go watch my PB for any percent, it gets all the cool tricks. Here, unfortunately, we do have to part ways with Clementine. Clementine's gonna lead the sentinels away so that we can escape. We're off to ride the subway to the final area of the game, which is actually quite short, so we are almost done with the run.
If you
Good
wanna
chance
take
now
some
for...
encouragement- Yeah, I think we're on the same page here. Now is a great time to make a couple more donos. A reminder that we do have that bid war open for the Metroid Prime randomizer. You can get either the Metroid Prime suit or the Fusion suit. Try to get the Metroid Prime suit some love. Give it a fighting chance. And give Soulmass as much encouragement as we wrap up this run.
So we've activated the subway. It's time to ride on out of here to the control room so that we can get out of the bunker.
This
I
guy
love
can do
beat boop
everything.
music.
Yeah, this is some good music right here.
Sorry, was that beep boop music?
Yes.
You know what? I can't argue with that. You're not wrong.
We've got the bleeps and the bloops.
I love the cat using an entire subway tram just for themselves.
Yeah, the cat understands how to operate a subway.
Yeah.
I did see in chat a theory that since this is the distant future, maybe cats have evolved to become even more intelligent.
That's possible.
Oh, maybe. Oh, a crowbar on a tram. Whoa.
Yeah. It looks a lot like the crowbar from Half-Life. That's left in because the devs definitely realized that the Zerks looked like head crabs. So I threw a crowbar in here.
Cute.
And here is the final area of the game, the control room. The robots here, if you talk to them, they behave a little bit differently. You can see they're doing things a little bit differently than the other robots. Again, I'm not going to talk to them, so no spoils for you. Going to activate this one, inspect this panel, and then do some teamwork. Turn that back on. What are you doing, B12? Do some teamwork. No, B12. Do some teamwork with B12 to open up this door.
It's almost like B12 heard you.
All right.
Did it for
Oh,
the
and
bit.
I jumped on the robot too soon. So these are just stray things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, moving these robots is like herding cats.
Right? All right. Into the last room that we're going to see in the game, the control room. Here's where we're going to open up the bunker so we can escape and get back to our cat family. We just got a few things that we got to do in here first. Of course, the first one is a very cat-like thing that we saw a little earlier in the run. And that is walking across keyboards. We need to go turn on all these monitors. So we got to walk on all the keyboards.
I love that they made this a mechanic and that you actually need to do it to progress.
It's not much of a puzzle,
Yeah.
I'd say, but it's fun to do. And then we'll get our last trick is going to be one more cutscene movement, which I'll make an attempt at. No big deal if I don't get it, because it doesn't really save a ton of time. So I'm going to go over here, because I like to go over to this one. There's a couple different cutscene movements you can do in this room. This is just my preferred one. Gonna hack 3 different terminals, so this is the first one. And then, while this cutscene for the alarm is going off, we're gonna be running over to the next terminal. If I did that right, I should be standing on top of this. Yep.
Are you doing anything to gain control during cutscenes, or you are able to move?
You're just able to move during the cutscene.
Wild.
Yep. All right, we've got 2, but you can see every time B12 does this, B12 isn't looking so good. This is the last one. Sorry, B12, but we need you to do your thing. First, I do need to scratch this.
I love how the way to unlock all of these terminals is to just randomly scratch at the wires.
Yes. All right, we're gonna take
Cat
B12 to the
school
workstation.
and became an IT specialist.
Yes.
It's not that unbelievable.
And that triggers the cutscene for the end of the game. Now, I promise, when you play the game, you'll see that B12 is actually okay. So B12, don't worry about B12. B12 is fine, but it's going to appear that B12 is not okay, and that's sad. While we're going into the final cutscene, I do just want to say a few things. As, we're going to be in a cutscene here for just a short bit. Kasaki, Satan, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate both of you.
Of course. Anytime.
Of course.
Shout outs to the Binary Breakers community, Kasaki and Satan and myself, all in the Binary Breakers speedrun community. If you are between or outside the binary and you're a speedrunner or speedrun adjacent, you feel like you'd like to join our community, hit up one of us. We'd love to send you an invite to our Discord. This is actually the final time that I'm going to be running Stray. I'm calling it quits after 2.5 years. I've just reached the point where I don't feel like there's much more I want to do with the game. I'm moving on to other speedruns. I definitely thank you so much to Fireside Pride Games Committee for giving me the chance to give this one more run for everybody to see and let everybody see Love Percent. It's warmed my heart to show this off one more time for everybody. Yeah, here we're gonna see all of our friends one more time. Momo, the Guardian, Doc and Seamus. The UV light from the sun obviously kills the Zerks, and for some reason, the light also disables the Sentinels. Don't worry about it.
Those pesky reverse solar panels.
So I'm doing a little bit of mashing there before I came in just so I get up a little bit faster. Time is going to be coming up very soon. Once I exit here, I'm going to go up some stairs outside, and when I get to the top of the stairs and the screen fades to black, that's when I'll call time. Here on the door, open city. The city is actually open. You can freely get in and get out. And just a short walk until we get up the stairs. Again, I'll be calling time just a sec. And time.
Awesome job, Soulmass. Congratulations. Please, some more hype in chat for Soulmass and their final Stray run ever. You saw it here.
Yes, thank you all so much for watching and being here with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for supporting me as I've been running Stray. I do, if you want to follow me, it's again, soulmass218 here on Twitch. I'm a queer variety streamer. I do a variety of different games and do a lot of speedrunning. Mostly atmospheric, narrative-heavy games like this that you might not expect to be speedruns. So if you like these type of games and want to see how you speedrun them, that's a lot of what I do. Satan, Kasaki, got anything to say before we head out?
I don't really run games like this, but I am a huge Cats fan. So, and of course, a huge Soul Mass fan. Y'all should absolutely go watch Soul Mass's runs. They're such a wonderful human, and I'm just honored to have been
Aw.
here. Also, if you like puzzle game speedruns, that's mostly what I do.
Yeah, I don't speedrun games like this, but I do speedrun some games, and I play games on Twitch occasionally, but mostly go follow Soulmass. They're lovely.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you
that
both.
sentiment. And also, this is an amazing event. Thank you for having us on, both Soul Mass, of course, and also Power Up with Pride. This is amazing.
Yes, thank you so much. And we're going to throw it back to host.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. We'll be right back shortly with a little bit of time as we set up for the Diddy Kong Racing Randomizer 100%. Let's all find out together how that works. We'll see you all very soon. Hello, folks. This is Fletcher checking back in. Thank you all for keeping with us through this awesome weekend for Fireside Pride 2024. We've had some awesome runs, some awesome donations, and we have even more of both of those to provide. The runs from us and the donations from probably some of us, but also, hopefully, a lot of you folks at home. You can always donate with the !donate command. That will get you a link, and you can donate some money to Point of Pride, who provides a lot of awesome services for gender-affirming health and wellness to queer folks in the United States across all 50 of those very states. This has been my last game hosting today. I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of Happy by 3 as we move into the Diddy Kong Racing 100% randomizer. Have a fantastic remainder of your Fireside Pride. See you soon.